All right, welcome back. We're better than ever. The Duo Holiday Series is finally hitting the track. We got Randy Cassidy out here tonight, that #1 spot. On the outside of him, you're going to have Anthony Monroe, your defending champion. See if he can get some action here. We do have a little bit of lag going on here. I'm not sure what's going on with the iRacing and the frame rate. But Anthony Monroe in that 82 for Monroe Motorsports going to start in the #2 spot. Ty Majeski back there. John Wayne makes the trip out here to New York City. And there's Dale Jr. back there. CJ, great run in the dirt there. He'll look to continue for Carolina Racing tonight. Bump a little bit further back. You got Ryan Walsh. He's on the watch also. Logan Ace out of the race here tonight, so no harm, no foul from him. John Hughes, the guy you got to keep an eye out for. A lot of great drivers out here. A lot of good guys who made the trip to New York. We're going to see what... we're gonna have here. Here we go. You hear him on the mic. Yes, I do apologize again. I'm not sure what's going on with the frames or any of that, but you know, hey, at least we got a race and we got a broadcast, and we got Randy out to the early start. If you keep up with the series, you know how Randy felt about Anthony Monroe last week or a few weeks ago. Anthony Monroe now, a little bit of tag there from the 300. Nick Trickle, we already got him spinning around in the back here, pile up, and that's going to bring out the first caution here. The #3 machine involved there with that. Let's take a look at what happened. Nick Trickle and the boys getting them bunched up. Oh, man, you see right there, it looks like Ryan gets into the backside. Take a look here, pulled up on the recam here. Kind of gets in there, slams into the back of the 7, and no bueno. All right, looks like we just had the 3 run into the back of the 7 there. No harm, no foul. We're going to re-rack and re-going. All right, Randy, still your leader out front. 2 of the 75, yes. I'm not quite sure what's going on. You know what happens, man. You know, you get back after a big, long holiday break, and you got sound issues, you got frame issues, but what we don't have is Randy. Any issues with him? Ty Majeski in that #2 spot. Anthony Monroe going to be back there in the 3. John Hughes going to be in that 4. And CJ moved up a spot there with that quick caution coming out. He's 3 laps in. He's already moved up a spot. Noah Gregson, he's up 3 spots. Chase Elliott up 5 already. Your big loser right now, Ryan Walsh, unfortunately for him, back 10 spots. Part of that Carolina Racing team. He'll look to get the Realtree Hunts Brothers Pizza Machine back to the front. He's done it before. He can do it again. All right, lights will go off the pace car this time by. We'll get these drivers set and ready to go. 75 laps here tonight at one of the beautiful, beautiful facility here in New York City. All right, Ty Majeski on the outside. Randy gonna be on that inside line here. Yeah, we'll check him and clear him if we need him, but doesn't think anybody needs anything cleared right now. We're off and racing. Randy with a great start. Anthony Monroe, Ty Majeski gonna be sitting there 2, 3, and 4. We will get them clear because I'm sure they're gonna need them out there. Right now, still clean and green. 5 of 75 in the books. Looking at CJ right now. Good run from him. Randy's still your leader. A little bit further back. John Wayne now still in the mix. He went back 4 spots. Tough for him. Keep an eye on it. Look at this. Ryan Walsh here was all the way back. He's now only down 3 spots. I told you the Hunts Brother Pizza Machine would charge to the front. I knew it was only a matter of time. That machine is very, very quick. Randy out front, Anthony Monroe in the 2, CJ in the 3. John Hughes back there in the 4. Yes, I do apologize. I have no idea what the frame rate is dropping like that for. Something I would love to address if I could, but I have no idea what it is at this moment. Michael working his way up there. John Wayne, still a good run from him. Now he's going to feel the pressure being put onto him from Ryan Walsh here. Ryan's going to look to the inside. John Wayne knows he's there. Good move there from Ryan, able to get up and around the #12 machine. John Wayne racing. We have Frank the Tank out tonight. He'll be back. Talked to him earlier. He'll be ready to go here next week, dealing with some things. We did miss last week because we did have a fire on one of our properties, and we got that taken care of. But, you know, we're about a week behind, but we're here. 10 of the 75 in the books. CJ with a great run here tonight. We have 2 races left. Yes, we do. 2 races left. We do have a Stafford makeup race, and I believe there's one more next week, if I'm not mistaken. That'll wrap up the Duo Holiday Series. And then we're going to get right in to the late model stock series that we got coming up. As of right now, that'll be the only event running on Sunday night. So we'll get in here and get ready to go about 8:45. Gates will open. Qualifying at 9 o'clock, and then we'll get right into the racing action about 9:05. Anthony Monroe now. Let's jump into cockpit with CJ, see what he's seeing from his point of view. CJ right now running a really, really strong race. Up to the 3 spot. You do see that. Yes, sir. Those are the last times on the left. I could change those to the gap if you need it that way. That way you guys can keep track of your favorite driver and where he's at to the front and to the back here. Ryan just made a move there. He's now up to the P4 spot. Let's go back here to Ryan. He was all the way in the back on that last restart. This man can wheel. Part of the same team, though, the Carolina Racing Group here. Yes, this did. This was an old horse track way, way back in the day. You can run dirt here or asphalt. They also have like a mini version also. 15 of the 75 here in the Duo Series. Everybody's chasing it. How about Anthony Monroe was able to get up there and get around Randy? Randy now going to get back into this thing. We remember the battle they had. The post-race interviews were quite extreme. Riding with Randy here. Randy told Anthony Monroe, you can have second place. We're going to see right now if Randy can get back up here and put some pressure on your defending champ. Anthony Monroe looking to go back-to-back the championship. Very exciting new year of racing here in the Nighthawk Motorsports Weekly Racing Series. We got late model stocks coming to life. There is some rumblings going on about possibly a Pro 4 series, so a lot of things happening. But we got to get through this Duo Series here first. Right now, Anthony Monroe's charging through the traffic up there, as you can see. DJ right now, he's looking back, and oh boy, Ryan, you saw what happened to him earlier. He's got a lot more speed going into the corner here. Ty Majeski working his way up there. You can see the lap traffic, and look at Ryan now. He's going to look to the inside here, and he's going to make the pass on his teammate, that 16, poor boy. Ford Fusion, look at that. I do like the yellow and red. Beautiful, beautiful color scheme there, but it doesn't beat Hunt's Brothers Pizza. Nothing really beats that, to be honest with you. Yeah, I noticed that also. It kind of seems like when the camera changes, it does that. Yep, we're 20 of the 75 in. I'll look into it next couple days and try to figure out exactly what's going on with that, what's causing the little bit of dropping in frames there, and we'll get it addressed as we are closing in on a third of the way through this one here. Anthony Monroe, your leader. He went on the side of it. Monroe Motorsports, Backwoods Vacation Rentals. Like I said, you need a place to run. You're looking to hide. Get with Backwoods tonight. All right. Anthony's going to bring that thing around. That Toyota looks good, though. Very nice paint scheme there. Also, if you're looking for paints, that's your man right there, Anthony Monroe. Outlaw Graphics, a huge supporter of Nighthawk Weekly Racing Series, so be sure to check out Anthony Monroe for all your paints needs. We're going to probably need a new paint scheme after this. Randy in the 301 trying to chase him down here. Ryan now still in the 3 here. He was all the way in the back. He's up 5 spots from where he started this race. Yes, lap traffic does play a big role in these races, yes, because you have 4, 5, 6, 7... somewhere around there, drivers out here, and then the rest of them are all bots. So you got to deal with some of the traffic, but they're intelligent bots, not all dummies. DJ right there, Ty Majeski, and you see John Wayne. There he is for you, folks. You're asking about him. Number 12 machine out of Tennessee. Driving up through the traffic. He's got Junior in front of him, Kyle Busch behind him. John Wayne looking to make it 3 wide here. This track ain't big enough for it, John. What a save from John Wayne. Tried to pull that son of a bitch move out here. And a lot of you know John Wayne is a part of law enforcement. And those pit maneuvers are a daily move they make out there. Not meant for the racetrack, Mr. Wayne. All right, Anthony Monroe, still your leader. Randy looking to chase him down. He's got the dogs behind him, though. Yes, Logan Ace is out of this one here tonight. Still out front, 27 of the 75 here. I'm not 100% sure what next week is. I do know we have the makeup Stafford race from last week. So once I believe that'll probably be the last race of the year will be Stafford then. So we could just keep everything on schedule here. Randy still in that 2 spot. Ryan moving up the pace here. Let's take a look at these last lap times here. How about that? Last time. So in 1955 for Anthony Monroe, Randy ran a 19.46. Randy trying to close that gap. Ryan trying to do everything he can do right now to try to get up here, a little bit of contact with that wall there. You guys stop by the trailer tonight and grab some of that Hunt's Brothers Pizza. Only if you're wearing camo, though. You got to be wearing the camo. Jump into cockpit with Ryan here. It's been a minute. Let's get in there and see what he's doing, how he's wheeling this thing around. Nice and easy. A little bit of a crank there. If you take a look at that, could be slightly stalling. We had a driver before, Mr. Billy Van Meter. He used to be a very big-time staller of the wheel. Go left, right, left, right, left, right. It was a technique that worked. Oh, yes. What do you call that, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, you nailed it. That is a dive bomb. But it's a dive bomb that worked, though. Look at that. It's all about the speed. Now you can get out of there. Look at that. He said, bye-bye. That's not the exhaust you're smelling. That's the breadsticks. Absolutely. Take a look from the blimp cam here. Pulling away. Clear as day. These drivers know exactly what they need to do here, especially this guy, Anthony Monroe. He's had that Toyota on rails all night. Killed it over in the dirt race. Unfortunately, we don't get to really broadcast the dirt, but Anthony Monroe did take care of the dirt race over there. Congratulations to him on his huge win. We're in the dirt. Into that momentum over here on the asphalt side of things. That inside, getting a little bit of that side suck, but look who's coming up from the back right now. Randy's charging. Randy started this racing first. It's going to take a lot to get him knocked out of this thing, I think. Ryan right now still working his way up there. There is CJ. Good battle for CJ back here. Currently, CJ is in the 4th. Yep. He's moved up 2 spots. 2 spots for CJ tonight. Absolutely. No, I appreciate every driver that shows up and can make it. You know, that's the one nice thing about the league is, you know, guys kind of can race at their own pace and show up when they can. That's part of the membership, you know, so nobody's really forced to be here any particular time. People have lives, things happen, you know, kids, wives, sicknesses, or maybe other events. And oh man, CJ into a big wreck there. We talk about CJ, that 16 machine is toast. Unbelievable. And we saw it right there. We had it on his car. That's going to bring out caution number 2 here. Back and take a look at that so you guys could see what maybe I saw, maybe everybody else saw. It looked like he kind of got up into the other car there. The other car said, no, you're not clear. And he wasn't clear. All right. Alright, looks like 16 wasn't clear of the car on the outside of him. Got tagged. Caution number 2. No harm, no foul. Let's re-rack him. Alright. Go to the blimp cam. Yeah, we can do that. Let's go back. Let's take a look here at the blimp cam. Calls it right there. Yep, you can see that. And then I can take you to the blimp cam if you like. I ain't really going to give you anything, though. See right here, just kind of goes up into them. And unfortunately, it's going to be very difficult for that to make that work. But 40 of the 75 in the books here. There are no extra tires. Nope. What you got on the car is what you got. So you use them and abuse them, you could save them. Anthony Monroe looks like he's going down there on the bottom of the track trying to cool them Hoosiers. Randy said, I don't need to cool anything. We're going to let the caution laps do their thing here. That way they can get the leaders up where the leaders need to go. The lap cars, well, where the lap cars need to go. Because currently, I got a feeling we have quite a few cars on the lap down. Yep. We're going to start seeing that here. That lap traffic is going to start playing a big role here. They'll start playing shuffling cars here. And we'll get everybody situated and we'll go from there. Yeah, normally we could P1 to green it, but unfortunately when we have so many cars that are on lap down, makes it kind of hard to do that because they're going to still get up here and get in their position. So it's going to be Monroe, it's going to be Randy, it's going to be Ryan. How about that, guys? Last time you saw him on the restart, he was dead last. Now he's in third. John Hughes up to the 4. Simon Jeske in the 5. Junior going to be in that number 6 spot. 7's going to go back to John Wayne. Michael and Kyle Busch. Going to be your last car on the lead lap here. So everybody else going to be a lap down. Lights are off the pace car. The drivers are set. Going to let them loose here one more time. 42 of the 75 should set for an exciting finish. See what everybody's got in stock here. Anthony Monroe ready to charge. Anthony Monroe with a good launch. Good work from Monroe and the boys. Anthony Monroe, your leader. Randy in that number 2 spot. Correct, yep. Some people may need some things cleared. I always try to help them out. And look at that. Ryan now going to go to the number 2 spot. Randy going to go back to the 3. Randy having some pressure put onto him, but Randy with the better line. The outside line here seems to be coming in pretty good. 301 ripping it on the high side. Anthony Monroe, your leader, but we're watching a battle for second. It's Ryan on the bottom. Randy on the top. Randy's going to fall back. Here comes Ty Majeski. The door is open. Ty Majeski going to try to get himself in the top 3 here tonight. 46 of the 75 this time by. Okay, now dealing with some of that lap traffic back there, but no harm, no foul for the rest of the crew. 3 wide back there, and they make it work. How about Bubba Pollard? Bubba. Anthony Monroe pulling away with this thing right now. I would ask the same question. How much tire does the 3 have left? I don't know. The 3 has quite a bit of grip left. I don't know if it's going to be enough to run down the asphalt cowboy Anthony Monroe, but he's got enough to pull away from these fellas. Randy now falling way back. A little bit further back, there is Richard, Kevin, and Chase Elliott and the boys. Dick, Robert, Kevin Harvick, and Bubba Pollard round out your top 12. But it's all about this man here, out of Texas, the Asphalt Cowboy and his Toyota Supra. 25 to go next time by. Can he bring another victory to Monroe Motorsports? He is the owner, crew chief, driver, mentor, counselor, sponsor, you name it. Anthony Monroe is it right there. Ryan now still in that 2 spot, but Randy has other plans maybe. He looks like he's got a new New life here. He's been saving up some tires. Can he chase him down? We're in the cockpit with the number 3 machine. Can he chase down the Hunts brother? And we got a caution out on the speedway. Caution. Oh, well, we jumped right to the car and we went right to CJ. I hate to say that, but, you know, hey, we'll see what happens here with CJ. Right. CJ gets up. Comes around the corner and boom. All right. Nice work. All right, that was on CJ. Kind of got loose coming out of the corner, hit the other car, and we'll re-rack them. We do not have any incident counter in this series, no. No. Nope, nope, nope. No, I'm not sure. You cannot back up in the middle of the track. Can't. What are we doing here? Can we not back up in the middle of the track, please? All right. I'm not sure what he was doing. Take a look. No, there is no, yeah, there is no disqualification for points, but definitely not good, yeah. All right, 23 to go. I have no idea. I've never seen that before in a video game. All right, 23 to go. Anthony Monroe, Ryan, and Randy, your top 3. DJ in the pits here. He had a rough night. Absolutely a rough night there. But he'll look to rebound. We'll see what he can do. He's got some great teammates out here doing great things. All right, they'll let him shuffle through here because we got some cars that are a lap down. Looks like Noah, Kevin Harvick, at least 1 lap down, so we should see some shuffling here. All right, here we go. No, I don't know. I do not have any kind of incident point counter for the cars. We used to have that, but the problem was like something like that would have automatically kicked them out. So there, I don't want anybody to get kicked out of races, but you know, I understand what you're saying. All right, here we go. Waiting on the green. Anthony Monroe. Both drivers there really got after it on that restart. Saw it right there. Randy gonna go, or excuse me, Ryan gonna go all the way to the high side. Anthony Monroe gonna find himself back out there. I do believe. I'm not sure though. Randy gonna be in that number 3 spot. 21 to go. How about John Wayne, the sheriff, getting it done? John Wayne racing. Great stuff from him tonight though. Still in the top 10. Anthony still out front. You start seeing the swivel, the wiggle, tickle. Ryan Walsh right here getting a little sideways. Randy's going to look to take advantage of it. 19 to go here. 19 to go. That's it, folks. Just 19 laps to go. Still green flag. Yes, no, CJ is back out onto the track. Yes. 3 laps down at the moment. 18 to go. Watching your leader, Anthony Monroe. Ryan in that number 2 spot. Randy in the 3. Yes, we can pull that up also. Let me see here for you. Anthony Monroe going to go to the low side. CJ going to go to the high side here. Not sure. Yeah, his car must be really bad off right now. Yeah, he's falling in the pits here. Yep, tough break for him. All right, 15 to go. Anthony Monroe, Ryan still in that 2 spot. Randy look like he's happy with calling 3rd place home. John Wayne still working it on the lead lap. And there's only 9 cars on the lead lap right now with 14 to go here. The Duo Holiday Series. 2 races after this. Next week, and the makeup at Stafford. That's it. Then we're going to get our eyes set on some late model stock racing. Anthony Monroe out front, 13 to go. Ryan trying to do everything he can do to try to chase down the Asphalt Cowboy. Gonna open up the door. Here comes Randy on the 301. Can he make it work? 12 to go. Battle for second. Randy's gonna look to the outside. Ryan's gonna say, not today, sir. Andy's gonna look to gear up a little bit here. You got Dale Jr. and the boys back there getting a little feisty. Right now, last laps, I can show you that, yes. 1971 for Ryan, 1977, and he has to hold him up there. Look at that. The pressure being put on, but how about Ryan Walsh holding them off right now? But everything he can. The 301, yeah, very notorious. You never know what you're going to get. Could it get a bump and run? Could it get a bump and dump? Could it get a dump and run? I mean, anything. You don't know what you're getting, but we do know what we got up front. Anthony Monroe, your leader. Running still a blistering 19.55 with 9 to go. I kind of believe it with you. I do think the 301 is going to be able to get around Ryan here. Next couple laps, possibly. I just don't think there's enough grip in the Hunts Brothers Pizza. It's getting saucy. That might have helped out a lot, though. 301 came in a little too hot, and here comes the 7 of Dell Jr. Junior's going to look to the inside. 8 to go. 3 wide for third. Dell Jr. now says, hey, you can't do it, Randy. Get somebody who can. Here comes Junior now charging up. 7 to go for the 7 machine. Anthony Monroe still your leader out front, not missing anything. 7 to go for the Toyota Supra out of Texas. Monroe Motorsports, Backwoods Vacation Rentals. He went on the side of it. Let's go. I got to give Ryan tons of props in this thing, man. He held off some dogs back there. Randy, Junior fighting their way up there. Anthony Monroe working it. But how about John Wayne, folks? He's moving up a little bit to the 6th spot here. He's making moves. That number 12 machine. Getting up around Ty Majetski. Little battle here, side by side. 5 to go. Both drivers staying alert and staying on time and on point here. DJ coming back out of the pits, correct. 5 to go for him. 4 to go this time by. Anthony Monroe still out front right now. Correct. 4 to go. I'm not sure what type of damage is not done to that machine. I'm not sure right now. DJ still out front right this second. Anthony Monroe, 3 to go. DJ trying to put some power down. That 16 machine struggling though. Two to go for Anthony Monroe, coming to the white flag this time by. And how about this? Anthony Monroe out of Texas coming to the white flag. Ryan did everything he can to hold off the dogs. It looks like it's going to come down to the white flag. Can the 7 get around him? White flag out. Anthony Monroe going to come around this time. 7 going to look to try to make it a battle. Anthony Monroe says, I don't care. I'm homebound, baby. Anthony Monroe wins it here tonight. How about that? 82 machine, the Asphalt Cowboy gets it done. Coming home in the second. Ryan Walsh going to bring it home. How about that guy? Dale Jr. and Randy battle it out for 3rd and 4th. John Hughes in the 5. John Wayne going to be in that 6 spot. Ty Majeski in the 7. The 8 going to be Kyle Busch. Number 9 going to be Bubba Pollard. And Noah Grexon going to round out your top 10. Unofficial results to the left of your screen. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for sticking in there with us. I look forward to bringing you some more racing action next week, as we only got 2 races left. And how about your race winner, Anthony Monroe? Congratulations again. I hope everybody had a great holiday season. We're back. Ready to keep racing. Ready to go. This guy right here, Anthony Monroe. Brett, for back-to-back championships with 2 races to go. All right, guys, I will see everybody just about 6.5 days. Safe out there. Have a great night.